Take two world leaders, a dash of Kremlin choreography, and you get this. The symbolism was clear. On the world stage, Xi and Putin, China and Russia are coming together to forge what they claim is a strong partnership. The talk at the table was about expanding cooperation, but equal partners they are not. Russia, under pressure over its war in Ukraine, is increasingly dependent on China. And Vladimir Putin is increasingly critical of the West. Later, he slammed the UK for deciding to provide ammunition to Ukraine that contains depleted uranium.
I would like to note that if this happens, then Russia will be forced to take action accordingly. I'm talking about the fact that the West is already starting to use weapons with a nuclear component.
At least 13 people have died after a magnitude 6.5 earthquake struck northern Afghanistan and parts of Pakistan. The epicenter was in the Hindu Kush Mountains near the northern Afghan province of Badakhshan. People in Kabul were outdoors when the quake hit because they were celebrating the Persian New Year. Many chose to spend the night outdoors. At least 9 people died in Pakistan, where hospitals were placed on high alert.
The man behind me may just be the most wanted man in India right now. Amritpal Singh, a radical Sikh preacher who's called for a separate Sikh homeland, has been on the run for 4 days now. Police have accused him of hiding weapons and have been searching for him across the northern state of Punjab. More than 100 of his supporters have already been arrested. And large parts of the state of Punjab are under an internet blackout. For context, nearly 30 million people live in this state.
An Israeli air attack in the wee hours today hit Syria's Aleppo airport, causing some material damage. This is the second strike on the facility this month and the third in last 6 months. Earlier this month, Syrian state media had said that an Israeli air raid on Aleppo airport had damaged a runway which was taken out of service, forcing the rerouting of relief supplies to Damascus. Aleppo International Airport has been a major channel for the flow of humanitarian aid into the country since a 7.8 magnitude earthquake hit southern Turkey and northwestern Syria on February 6, killing more than 50,000 people, including over 6,000 in Syria.
Authorities in Germany have carried out a series of raids on locations linked to the so-called Reichsburger group. That's the extreme right network that has implicated in an alleged plot last December to try and overthrow the German government. One police officer was reportedly wounded in today's operation.
Police are following up on leads after 5 people were shot dead yesterday. In the first incident, 2 taxi owners were killed in Durban's Berea area, and the other 3 family members were shot dead in a drive-by shooting in Springfield Park. The province's taxi violence unit is investigating the murder of the taxi owners. It's alleged they were sitting inside a taxi when 2 gunmen, armed with a rifle and a pistol, fired shots at them. Police are not aware of the motive, but aren't ruling out taxi-related violence. In Springfield, reports there suggest the male victim was a person of interest in a Hawks case. He was killed along with his wife and 9-year-old child.
More than 400 rebels in Chad were handed life sentences on Tuesday following the death of former ruler Idriss Déby Itno, who was killed in 2021, the public prosecutor said. After a mass trial, they were sentenced for acts of terrorism, mercenarism, recruitment of child soldiers, and assaulting the head of state. The trial opened last month behind closed doors in Clusum prison, 20 kilometers southeast of the capital.
In our country, we will have our morals. We will protect our children. And we are making this law. We are making this law for ourselves. We are making this law for our children. We are making this law for the children of our children. This country will stand firm. And once it passed, I can tell you, Madam Speaker, we are going to reinforce the law enforcement officers to make sure that homosexuals have no space in Uganda.